Hey Yarrow, it's Pastor Sean here at Yarrow Alliance Church, and I want to talk to you for just a couple of minutes about the season that we are moving into very quickly. This coming week, beginning on Wednesday, February 17th, we enter into the season of Lent. Wednesday, of course, is Ash Wednesday. And in years past, what we've done is we've gathered in the church itself, and we've had an Ash Wednesday service where we would do the imposition of ashes, where we would take ash, mark the forehead of one another, and remember that Scripture tells us it's from dust that we came, and to dust we will return. It's this reminder of our mortality, our reminder of our need for God, our reminder that life as we know it now is temporary, but eternity is coming. And what this day represents is an entry point into the season of Lent. Now, Lent, if you're not familiar with it, is something that dates back to even the apostolic days in the New Testament, where there was a fasting period leading up to the time where the church would celebrate Easter. This was formalized in the year 325 at the Council of Nicaea, where the church affirmed that there would be 40 days plus 6 Sundays between Ash Wednesday and Easter, during which the church was called to fast. And so I want to explain to you briefly what I'm asking you to do, what I'm inviting you to do really, and that is to set aside the Lenten season, beginning on Wednesday, February 17th, all the way through to Good Friday this year. And the idea is that we would enter into that season fasting. Now, fasting might not be a familiar practice for some of you, but John Piper puts it this way in one of his books. He says that God meets us in fasting because fasting expresses the cry of the heart that nothing on earth can satisfy our souls besides God. And God rewards this cry, he says, because God is most glorified in us. God is most happy in us when we're most satisfied in Him. So what Lent presents for us is an opportunity to lean in to our pursuit of God, to lean into some spiritual disciplines and some practices, fasting being one of them. For some of you, a fast from food or a type of food might be helpful to you. For others, it might be something else. Our Catholic friends will fast from meat on Fridays. Some people I know over the years have decided to make a fast from sugar or desserts throughout the Lenten period. Some of you, it might be a favorite beverage that you're going to give up during Lent. You might want to unplug from social media, or maybe it's tune out from screen time for the Lenten season. Maybe it's fast food you're giving up, or bread, or something else. Maybe it's a social thing that you want to abstain from, like being very mindful that you want to abstain from gossip or from talking down about other people. But the idea here is not just that we would put something down, that we would fast from something, but as well as a part of the spiritual practice, that we would then pick something up. And what we would pick up would be something that is God-oriented and will help us grow spiritually. And so for some of you, it might be something like taking a journey through the Gospels, reading through the Gospels 10 minutes a day throughout the Lenten period. It might be something more along the lines of practicing hospitality or generosity towards a neighbor on your street or in your area. Might be that you want to volunteer at some social service agency or in the church or at your kids' school. Might be that you want to give a little extra financially. Let's say you're fasting from fast food or from coffee, and you take that money and you give it somewhere else. So that's the idea here with the Lenten fast, is that we would put something down in our pursuit of God, and then we would pick something up that would nourish us, feed us, remind us to be God-focused throughout the Lenten season. One more thing. On Sundays throughout Lent, we don't fast. So if you're fasting from something Monday through Saturday, on Sunday it's known as feast day. It's a foretaste of Resurrection Sunday coming at Easter. And really what we do on Sundays is we re-engage, we indulge in, we're rehearsing resurrection by re-engaging with that thing that we've fasted from. So this is the overview of Lent. What we're going to do as a church is make available to you a Lenten fasting guide, a little bit of information, and a bit of a worksheet that you would have in your hands to help you decide what it is that God may be impressing on your heart to lay down and to pick up. If you have any questions about fasting or about the Lenten season, remember it starts Wednesday, February 17th. It ends on Good Friday with our Good Friday service. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, Sean, at yarrowalliance.org, and be happy to give you some direction or some further resources. I hope this is a meaningful season for you, despite the fact that we're not together as we enter into it. I trust that God will meet you and honor you and reward you as you pursue Him intentionally in these next 46 days. The peace of Christ be with you all.